Hi, I'm Tom Mueller, and on behalf of Linda and myself, thank you for agreeing to be our pourers for our guests at Wines in the Wild number 11. This has been such a joy to do the past 10 years, and once again, we're sold out, have been for a couple of weeks. It would not be nearly the success it's been without the senior staff and members of the Board of Trustees pitching in to pour wines. You all seem to have a good time doing it, and we certainly enjoy working with you. Once again this year, we're going to have valet parking for our guests. They'll pull in and stop prior to the Bailey homestead. Their cars will be parked for them, and we will then direct them one of two directions, either toward the teaching platform or around the Bailey homestead on the right to the back deck where there will be a wine station there. They are welcome to go in any direction they want, in any order they want. The wines this year are carefully matched, I hope, to go with the foods that our 6 kitchens have prepared for them. We had fun figuring this out. A couple of the kitchens challenged us a little bit with what they're pouring. And one of the things we'd like you to do is when you get to your station, pour a little bit of the wine for yourselves and then see why I picked it to go with the food that's there. The kitchens are very generous. They've each prepared 275 servings of the food that they've brought, and we have plenty of wine this year. We will not run out of wine. But I'm still going to encourage you to pour carefully, as I do every year. So food and wine are together at each of the stations. There will also be a card on your table with the description of the wine. We'd like you to read that and familiarize yourselves with it so you can speak to the wines a little bit. The one thing that's a little bit different this year is we have more white wines than we do reds, and that was driven by the fact that we have more food that would go with white wines. The restrooms, as a reminder, although I think you all know this, are located between the Bailey homestead and the end of the property. So off the end of the pavilion, they would go down the walk toward the homestead and then go to the left. Once again this year, we're using these wonderful little plastic Govino glasses, which I recommend that you hand wash. Everyone is welcome to take them home. And we also are concerned that we don't pour too much wine for anyone at one time. They're welcome to come back and get more, but we found that sometimes someone doesn't like a particular wine. We'd rather it not be wasted. So these have a handy thumb imprint on the side, and if you pour up to the bottom of that thumb imprint, you'll be giving them about 1.5 ounces to 2 ounce pour, which means that you should get about 12 to 16 servings out of a bottle. If you're not getting that many, you might want to cut back just a little bit. We don't want to waste wine. At each station in your ice chest, you'll have non-alcoholic beverages too. We'd like you to put these out on display on the table so that when the non-drinkers walk up to your table, they'll know that you have water and other beverages there for them, and they're welcome to those. If you have any questions, attached to this email will also be cell phone numbers for a couple of us, and you can give us a jingle and ask. We will put out at each of your stations the amount of wine that we think you'll need. If you need more, if you're running low, then give one of us a call and we'll arrange to have more wine brought out to the station for you. At each station before the first crew arrives, in addition to the card that tells about the wine, the wines, a roll of paper towels, a trash can. I'll leave you 2 of the maps, which we're also sending to you with this email as an attachment, and a corkscrew for those of you who need one. If you need any coaching on the use of a corkscrew, give me a call and I'll be available to help you out. Excuse me, I'm getting gravelly. We're not pouring this one, but it's pretty good and it'll go very well with my dinner tonight. When the food at your station is done, or around 8 o'clock, we're going to begin moving you, and we'll let you know when, to the pavilion. We'll have a combining table there where remaining wine will be brought and people can continue to get their glasses filled. We also have a surprise dessert this year, which we think is going to be lots of fun. Danny Morgan Trio will be playing there. At each of your stations, there will be a sheet for the silent auction, which we're doing a little bit different this year. Talk this up with your guests. Each of your kitchens has agreed to provide us with a nice silent auction item. and people will be able to bid on those while they're circulating, and we'll move those sheets also into the pavilion after we close the stations and hope that people bid those up substantially. We'll close that at about the time we start the live auction. Il Cielo once again is providing their own wines, but the rest of the wines have been donated by Bailey's Wine Distributors. If you run into any of the Bailey's family while you're here on the island or at the event, please thank them. It has saved us a lot of money to have the wines donated instead of us having to purchase them, which we used to have to do. If someone doesn't like a wine, they're welcome to discreetly dump it on the ground. And if you have someone with a red wine in their glass and they want a white wine from you, I'm going to suggest that you put a couple of drops of the white in, let them swirl it around and dump it out on the ground, or it will disturb the taste of the lighter wine that they have. Talk to your restaurant, ask them about their food, and see if you can take a guess as to why I thought the wines and foods would be a good match. These restaurants do a tremendous job for us, and they really all seem to have fun doing it too, which is a bonus. We have fun putting this together, but it wouldn't work without all of you pitching in. So thanks again from Linda and me, the staff, the other trustees. This is a wonderful event for a great cause, and we appreciate you helping. Thanks again.